You don't have to buy new pens. In this video, I will show you how easy it is to revive old pens. First, the pens that can be revived are water-soluble or alcohol markers. Pens that are waterproof or water-resistant cannot be revived in this way. Separate the hues and put all the reds, blues, purples, etc. together to control the color of the soak water after the soaking is finished. I will explain why in a minute. Then put your pens in jars of water by hue or jars of rubbing alcohol if you're reviving alcohol markers. Put all the red orange in one jar and all the blues in another jar and so on. This time I soaked the smaller tips as an experiment to see if the soaking will also reach the brush tip end as well. However, if you decide to soak the brush tip end instead, be sure to keep the tips from touching the bottom of the jar. If you let them bear the weight of the pen for hours, they will become deformed. Add much less water than I added in this video, just enough to cover the tips. Let the pens soak at least 5 hours. Overnight may not be necessary, but will still work. While I was searching for dried pens to revive for this video, I noticed that the quality of each brand was different. The Marvy Le Plume pens have a finer small tip that I prefer, and a brush tip that is more prone to fraying. The Tombow has a larger small tip and a more durable brush tip. The Staedtler brand has an even larger small tip and the most durable brush tip of all brush pens I have tried. In this round of soaking pens in water, I discovered these things. Number 1. It is true that soaking the smaller end does indeed refresh the brush end too. Number 2. Most of the fine tips returned, but not to the level of intensity of the original color. And the brush tip end did more often retain the original color. Possibly some of the pens that returned with a paler version of the original color could have been soaked previously. The ink sometimes returns slowly after much writing. That's number 3. Number 4. 2 of the pens did not revive on either end, likely out of ink entirely. Number 5. 4 of the pens revived on the brush tip end only. Number 6. Some of the pens had not revived after soaking, but after another night with the cap on, they did come back to life. Number 7. The resulting soak water will make incredibly even washes. But my soak water was too diluted because I used way too much water. Don't be like me. Overall, it was a successful revival of dozens of pens in my too large collection. All of this reminds me of a story. I was in college at LSU in Baton Rouge. Money was tight, and one week I ran out of groceries. Instead of buying real food, I convinced myself I could survive on Doritos and Coke. It seemed like a harmless shortcut. It wasn't. After about 2 days, I noticed blood when I went to the bathroom. I called a friend to take me to the hospital emergency room. I knew it was serious when they took me in right away. They gave me a catheter, some meds, and a well-deserved lecture from the staff. I returned home with a lesson I should have learned sooner. Amazing that I got all the way to college without knowing water is not optional. Chips and soda may fill your stomach for a little while, but they don't nourish. And no matter what you eat, the body still needs water. Small compromises can become big consequences. Convenience is not nourishment. I tried to ignore the way God designed my body. My body was as dehydrated as these pens, and my body reminded me that God's design is not negotiable. I also had not experienced living water yet. If I had the presence of the Holy Spirit, I would have gotten a prompting. Drink water now. But it would be 10 more years before I learned that living without God's help is difficult and unnecessary. Whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. That is it, and that is all. As always, thank you for watching.